Imagine, if you will, the world of the 9th century. In the northern lands of Norway and Denmark, life was carved from dense forests, rugged mountains, and the vast, unforgiving sea. This was the home of the Vikings, a people as familiar with the waves as they were with the land under their feet. They were more than just warriors, they were skilled hunters, resourceful traders, and master seafarers, their eyes constantly scanning the horizon for new opportunities. They prepared for long, arduous voyages, their iconic longships poised to carry them to distant lands in search of riches, glory, and fertile territories to call their own. Among the many ambitious leaders of this era, one name would echo through the halls of history: Rollo. As a young and charismatic chieftain, he gathered his most loyal men, their spirits high with the promise of adventure. Their destination, the coast of France, a land whispered to be both wealthy and vulnerable. Rollo was a formidable warrior, known for his decisive and powerful fighting style. But his greatest strength wasn't just his prowess in battle. He possessed a keen mind for strategy, an understanding that true power came not just from brute force, but from building alliances and earning the respect of others, even his enemies. With sails catching the wind, Rollo and his fleet crossed the turbulent North Sea. They reached the coastline of what would one day become Normandy, and began a series of meticulously planned raids. Their strategy was devastatingly effective. Using their slender, shallow-draft longships, they could navigate rivers and strike deep inland, appearing as if from nowhere. These surprise attacks on villages left local forces scrambling, and the Vikings could pillage and retreat long before any organized army could mount a proper defense. They were phantoms of the sea, leaving a trail of fear and awe in their wake. But here is where Rollo's story takes a fascinating turn, setting him apart from other raiders of his time. As historians point out, he wasn't solely interested in plunder and destruction. He saw a greater opportunity, a long-term vision. After years of successful raids that had established his fearsome reputation, Rollo did something unexpected. He began to negotiate. He entered into talks with the French king, Charles the Simple. The deal they struck was legendary. Rollo would be granted a vast territory of land to settle and rule, and in exchange, he and his men would pledge their loyalty to the king and, crucially, defend the coast from any future Viking incursions. This was a masterstroke of political genius. Rollo, the Viking raider, became Rollo, the Duke of Normandy. He established a powerful and organized settlement, blending Norse culture with local French customs. His followers, once feared as foreign invaders, became the Normans, integrating into the society they had once terrorized. This new duchy flourished under his rule, becoming a major political and military power in Western Europe. The story of Rollo is a powerful testament to the complexity of the Viking Age. It demonstrates how these northern adventurers were not just one-dimensional warriors, but also adaptable politicians and visionary founders. They transformed from raiders into rulers, from settlers into the ancestors of kings, leaving an indelible mark on history that continues to be studied and admired to this day. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next historical adventure. See you next time.